Ndị be anyị kelekwanụ m unu. Anyị sị ka nke chiri ya zelu. Anyị sị ka ọ mara n'ala Igbo na mma. Anyị adị ka Chineke ada agwụ agwụ. Otu anyị kwuru ya, otu akwa ya dịrị. Ise, ise, ise. Dị ka o si dị ụbọchị uhuruchi nketa anyị wetara nnukwu ozi. Biko geenụ ntị. Ife a bụ according to the Biafran activist wetara ya bụ ozi. As he quote, Biafran celebrate for the freedom of ndị Igbo and the Biafra worldwide is near as American soldiers storm Nigeria to see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Hear the news in details. Unu n'anya dịka o si aga n'elu akwụkwọ ụbọchị nke gara aga, Donald Trump shut down US embassy na Nigeria, and unu fụ na n'ọka egwu unu na the injustice against ndị Igbo and Biafra worldwide na itiriga many things and many sanctions to Nigeria. So dịka ihe ga-ewe nna ya wetara n'ụbọchị nke taa, mma achọ ka anyị tọọ ntị na ga ya bụ ife gbasịta maka some of American soldiers bịara Nigeria visit Mazi Nnamdi Kanu dịka court ya na-aga n'elu. Anyị ga-esi ebe ife drọpụrụ anyị feature n'ụdị nke gị. Alright, over to you.
The of Nnamdi Kanu is becoming louder and louder. Don't forget that before now we have heard UN working group on arbitrary detention being emphatic, said Nigerian government and louder man group. This in addition to so many calls from individuals, foreign bodies. It is unending. Nnamdi Kanu, of course, is an international diplomat the way it stands today. Nigeria everywhere seems to be shaking because of only one man.
Nigeria has to shake because Nigeria have never produced a man like him. It's only in Biafra you can see such people. Heroes that are not two, and you can see them once in many centuries. They are not two, and that person is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So Nigeria has to shake. The whole world need to get themselves involved. Listen and listen good. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a very big fish in the ocean. It's a whale in the ocean, whereby every other fishes respect. When they see it coming, they see him swimming, coming. Every other fish, including shark, will give space because the boss is around. That's Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And let me tell you this, before Mazi Nnamdi Kanu carry out this mission and the vision that he's into already, let me tell you, he did not just wake up to carry it. He was sent by God. So it's a God sent.
So
and
it's
God,
a divine calling.
It's a divine calling. And God will send him for this purpose. And that's why God created him.
Remember that the other day he made it very clear, abundantly clear, that he is going to be freed come
soon. Yes, he's going to be freed because he has committed no crime. And you and I vividly know, in all the while he has been appearing in the court, facing Nigerian court, the person that kidnapped him, former president of Nigeria, that kidnapped him, he defeated him right in his own government.
Talking about
Muhammadu Buhari, he didn't go school. He defeated him. And after defeating him, out of shame, he handed him over to the DSS. And the current one again that is not as educated as as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He only buys certificate, a drug dealer, coming thinking that they can use that mentality to carry Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to use him for politics. And that is why right in his own court, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu went to Binta and Co, ransack all of them and lecture them. Don't you watch it? When where all the lawyers, including the judge, sat down and they were listening to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he started lecturing them about Nigerian constitution. And this is a people that stand and say they know the law. And somebody that you kidnap, now he started teaching you your law. That means you don't know what you are doing. And that is what attracted the international. And let me tell you again, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is an international fish. Remember, it's a UN son or child. Remember, it's a UN child. So it's not just ordinary person. And remember, look at, I want you to refresh your memory back what Binta said. You say somebody like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not person that you'll be, all this charge and bail court we have in Nigeria. That his caliber should be are the ones, handling matters in ICC, International Criminal Court, or ICJ, International court of justice. That is the class of Nnamdi Kanu, not in this charge and bail room and parlor court we have here in Nigeria. You understand?
What do you think is giving Nnamdi Kanu this confidence, this level of confidence?
It's giving him confidence because the Lord is on his side. That's number one. Number two, he knows what he's doing. Number three, international bodies is an UN Peking. Number four, he have alliance with the people that matters.
When you talk about people that matters, it's like Nnamdi Kanu have an insight that in the near future, someone like the lady who is now currently the chief of staff to Donald Trump.
Of course, of course.
Susan Vai.
Yes, Susan Vai. Yeah. Before in 2019, she was partnering with Nnamdi Kanu in this same struggle. You understand? And look at where the grace have catapulted her. When she was doing it, she never knew that today she will be the chief of staff of United States of America. Do you understand me? But because of the grace that she have embraced and concord with, that the grace that is following the Jews, that following the Biafrans, they are following the generation, you know, the chosen generation of the Lord. The same grace speaks for her today that catapulted her to where she is now. And she now, I believe she's now using her position to let Mr. President of America that this is the struggle I was once part. I will not end it here because the grace catapulted me to this.
Now let me bring this angle. The statement that came from the Foreign Affairs Minister of Russia, asking or rather advising, admonishing countries of the world and UN in particular to going forward start respecting right of self-determination. We decided that once we talk of self-determination, the first thing that comes to mind is Nnamdi Kanu. Globally,
yes.
How does that come to you?
The way I see it is that, you know, there is an extent.
Victory for Nnamdi Kanu, if I may ask.
It is a victory to Nnamdi Kanu, but before I will, you know, finally or eventually come to that, I want to say one or two things. You know, there is an extent matter will grow rich. You know, some persons will now look into it, even when they are not, you know, involved. They involve themselves. Even when they are not called, they will want to, you know, engage themselves in the matter. Let us even see or actually, you know why what is happening is happening. You understand? So all these people have gone through the chapter, you know, the document of Nnamdi Kanu, and they discovered that both in his staying in the foreign land, he has not committed any, you understand, any criminal offense. He has been an easygoing person, you know, very friendly, very social, and he's somebody that hates intimidation or ridiculousness or oppress or suppress of anybody. He's a man that loves the peaceful and you know, the happiness of every individual being created by God. So when they now look at everything, despite all the allegations that Nigeria have leveled against him, they look at it and they find out this man's hands are innocent. Look at what happened in the Bible. It's just like when Pontius Pilate, you remember when Jesus was brought, he said, I did not find anything against this man. He collected water and he washed it. He said, my hand, you know, yeah. Do you understand? And that is the case of Nnamdi Kanu. All of them are coming out. This man did not commit any crime. You people should free him. Stop torturing him because he has his own human right as a human. Why are you denying it?
Now, remember that before now, the Court of Appeal in Nigeria ruled that he was extraordinary rendition for crime to Nigeria, as such he should be released unconditional.
Unconditional.
The federal government of Nigeria appealed that case. There are many people in Nigeria outside the country or the view that the government needed not to appeal that case. What is that?
Government doesn't supposed to appeal the case, but because Nigeria is a dirty country, because Nigeria is a criminal country, because Nigeria is a terrorist nation, that is why they appeal that case. Yes, if not so, I see no reason why they should appeal to that case, because the kidnapping of Nnamdi Kanu was totally illegal and uncalled for.
It was rendition anyway. But let me take it.
It is an English language which Nigeria used to deceive those that they can deceive. They can't deceive. You say,
no, rendition is illegal. That's what I mean.
Whether it's illegal or not, use the normal language. Kidnapping. He was kidnapped.
Extraordinary rendition.
Kidnapped.
Illegal.
Kidnapped. Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped by Nigerian government.
Now, this is a way of, permit me to digress a little bit, though in the same area. The news from Otto Hitman, the investigative officer from Finland, that have declared that Samanekpa is free of all the allegations leveled against him. Remember that by sometime May, he's appeared in court, and he will look like setting stage for his release. The investigative officer have come out to say this man is innocent of allegations raised against him, as reportedly in the media.
Yes. Do you know how they started the investigation? They did not actually start the investigation through Samanekpa. They started the investigation through those that was arrested together with Samanekpa. And if you watch, about 6 of them now has been free unconditionally. That is to tell you that they have not committed the only offense. Neither the Samanekpa commit any. So, but because of the way Nigeria have used the oil that is not theirs, our own oil, Biafran oil, so they have used it to lobby with the Finland government. You understand? So it was difficult for them to turn back. That's why they started playing a kind of a hanky-panky on it. But glory be to God, in this coming month, we are in April already. By this time next month, we'll be hearing another thing. And I believe that case will become international versus Nigeria. And you know, when it comes to international matter like this, you know where Nigeria will fall. If this is not Kenya, neither is it a high court or federal high court.
But if I may ask you,
Nigeria is a loser.
If I may ask
to Nigeria.
If I may ask you, what do you think will be the mode in Biafra land?
Nnamdi Kanu coming out with a big portfolio of victory. As he will be coming out like this, you will be hearing the tosa in the southeast that the victory has come, Biafra has come.
I'm equally asking,
okay,
the day Samanekpa walk out freely from the detention of
Finland,
what will be the mood in the southeast?
The demonstration is what I'm giving you already.
You are demonstrating it.
I'm giving you demonstration. Tosa, celebration. Yeah, nothing there happen. You will be seeing, you know, different kind of dancing, you know, different kind of celebration. You will see some people like, you know, like us, you know, giving it to Jehovah. You know, understand?
Okay, your own is to give it to Jehovah.
I will give it to Jehovah. Don't you remember? Well, you know. Man, na yoria, uku that is the day. The dancing, the mood of that day. Joy, celebration, all over, both spiritual, both physical. Even the womb child will be raising hand that day. Go and ask pregnant women that day. How the baby in their womb they do.
You are going scriptural.
Go, I said that day, ask women that are pregnant. That day you go, then go tell you, say their baby in the womb is kicking very well. Champion.
I said you are going scriptural.
Whether spiritual or physical, all join.
But let us
spiritual control physical.
Let us come back to Nigeria and the world.
God bless you.
As we speak, just like I told you the other time, in May, we're expecting to see
victory
from Finland.
Basket of victory. Box of victory from Mas and Samanekpa. See, conquering Nigeria, nailing Nigeria on the what? On the cross. Biafra is going to nail Nigeria on the cross.
And people were asking, of course, it's all over the media, that in spite of Samanekpa's travel in Finland, Finland allowed Biafrans globally to gather in Latin Finland to redeclare Biafra. What does that speak to about Biafra?
It speaks to you and I that the credentials of Samanekpa is very, very clear and pure. His citizenship in Finland is very, very clear and pure. Nothing like terrorism charges, criminal offense. You understand? That's why they give it. And let me tell you, we have a long time love from the Finland. You remember? After the war, they were the first country that showed Biafra love. You know, it baffles me that today, they are, the way they are behaving to us now is what, you know, is giving me, I don't really understand. I begin to ask myself, is this not the same Finland, or has Finland changed? Is it not these people that that show us love? The love of giving us a stockfish, okuruku. You understand? Are they not the one? How come they have changed? How come, to treat us, to give us this kind of treatment, even after, embracing us and we embracing them, taking them on a high esteem? So they decided, because of the cheap, very, very cheap. Can you compare our relationship if Biafra stand with the Finland, with what they have with Nigeria, that is already collapsing? You see why world leaders, other people are like coming to partner. You understand? People like Russia, people like Donald Trump, America, and every other nation coming to do what? To partner, because any agreement now, you cannot use it to compare the old agreement. It's going to be a fresh agreement, and any fresh agreement have advantage over the old agreement. All these things is what they are looking at, and it will play. So, and that is the angle I was looking at, it, that Finland doesn't supposed to, misbehave, because they misbehave with that attitude. Since you have confirmed this guy, that is clean, is innocent, what stops you from freeing him? Yes, they're supposed to free him by now and let him go, and let him fucking Nigeria.
Ndị be anyị ngwadarụ niile nụ dịka onye si wee gee ya bụ ife anyị ji maka ya wee bịa n'ebe akwụkwọ n'ụbọchị uhuruchi nke taa. Anyị chọrọ ịma ife unu chere n'ụdị nke unu gbasata maka ya bụ ife nwanne nwoke kọwagasị update o wetara anyị n'iru akwụkwọ ka efu nche gbasata maka ya bụ ife dropụrụ anyị ya n'akara comment na comment section ka anyị fụ alụ gị fufu iche ngwa ka emesịa na ụmụnne m.